Hello, everybody. Welcome to Study Break episode 5. My name is Patrik, and I'm here together with...
I'm Hugo.
And sadly, we are missing one valuable member. Aris is gone today. Hugo, do you know what Aris is up to?
Aris, he decided to betray us, apparently. It was more important to go to Manchester, but I think he's having fun.
You know what? Last week, we told him he would have to drink a mystery drink. I think he has to drink 2 now. Because he's also leaving and not being in the podcast this week. But we'll do without him. You got us too, and it's going to be fun anyway, I hope. Hugo, how are you doing today?
I'm very good, actually.
You're very good. What have you been up to?
Oh, that's a good question. Last week was pretty chill, to be honest. We basically had 1 lecture and 2 assignments, but we did those at home, so it was very nice. I did 2 quizzes, 2 På Spåret quizzes actually. And for those who are international and don't know what På Spåret is, it's a Swedish game show where you basically go on a train ride to a city and you have to guess the city based on different point levels. And when you arrive at the city, you then have a couple of questions regarding the city, and then you go for the next trip, etc. And we did 2 of those quizzes last
Honestly,
week.
I would argue that you did not only explain it to international students, you also just explained it to everyone under 45. There's nobody under 45 ever watches På Spåret.
Yes,
but
I think everyone does.
No.
Isn't that a national Swedish thing?
Oh, maybe I'm not Swedish enough, but I've never, I know what the show is, but I've never seen it in my entire life. How did the quizzes go though?
The first one went pretty bad. We had a lot of fun, but we were just bad, but it was fine. And the second one was really nice. We came second out of 15, actually.
I do want to point out that the last time me and Hugo did a quiz together, it was at Rio, one of the bars in school, and we won.
We won, and neither of us did anything.
I feel like
we got carried hard.
We wouldn't have won without me adding those 2 extra points that I did. So yeah, next time, if you want to win, you can bring me.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm gonna say my week it's been even less eventful than yours. I feel like all the watchers is gonna think my life is super boring, but I feel like once again, I'm gonna say my entire week has just been working, a little bit of studying. I didn't even go to the lecture first, actually. I stayed home to study instead of going to the lecture. I haven't been up to anything fun since the last episode, I believe. Okay, I've been out a little bit, maybe.
I think you're always out.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's just my understanding.
I like to be out and about. I get really bored if I'm in my apartment for too long. So if I stay in my apartment for an entire day, then I just get this urge to just go out and do something. Yeah, I've been out a little bit, but nothing special. I have no funny stories for this week, sadly.
That you like to be in different places all the time, or you don't like to stay in your apartment? Is that why we always choose a new location for our podcast?
Exactly. I get so tired of sitting in the same couch 2 weeks in a row.
Thankfully, we have our friend Ricky that owns 15 beach houses. So that's why we are able to be at a new location each time. Thanks.
Only 15?
Yeah, only 15.
I think you should bet again and then earn more.
If you win, you bet a house. You get 5 houses. You're like 5 at least. Your life is gonna change completely.
Yeah, Ricky, sell those houses and bet. It's fine.
If you want to get 15 beach houses, you can do one of 2 things. You either take Aris' advice and you bet a lot, or you need to get a really nice job. Hugo, do you have a lot of work experience?
I have not compared to people that have worked their entire lives. Obviously, we haven't even started our work, like real work experience.
Yeah, we started our career for real.
Yeah, but I would say so. I got my first job quite early.
How old were you?
15, I think. 16, 15.
What did you start doing then?
I was cleaning an office. That's why, yeah. Every other week I went to an office, cleaned the place, got a couple $100 and or Swedish, and then.
You seem oddly happy about your work, having been to clean offices.
Like, obviously, I've never liked cleaning my entire life. It wasn't good, but it was, like, I was proud of it. Like, it was my first job. I got it quite early. I think early, considering, I've worked in the summers before, but it was quite unusual to have, like, a weekend job at that age, at least amongst my friends. Mm-hmm. So I was proud of it. And then I started working at ICA, a grocery chain here in Sweden, and I have been stuck there since.
Do you like that job?
ICA?
Yeah.
Grocery store.
Maybe it's a dumb question to ask when you're still at that job. Imagine they watch this and they fire you.
Tomorrow is hopefully my last day, so it's fine. But honestly, it's been very good, and I enjoyed it working weekends, but I could never do it working every day full time. I did that for like 8 months, and that was way too much. It was early mornings, like 5 in the morning I started, so I had to get up at 4.
For how long did you say?
I did it 8 months full time.
When did you have time to do that?
You know, I'm 1 year older than you.
Fuck,
I had one year gap year between
I'm not gonna lie, I totally forgot that.
university.
Oh shit. You're like a dinosaur.
Yeah, I'm old.
That's wild.
So what's your experience has been? You say that you have a lot of experience.
Have I said that?
No, would you asked me that question?
Okay, no, I don't. Honestly, no, not really. Like, I have experience with working with a lot of different things, but not a lot of work experience, which is a bad combination. No, like, honestly, I think my favorite job. I used to be a football coach. I was for many years. There was actually a initiative in Borås. Way big up Borås. Anyway, there was an initiative where they wanted to, like the municipality wanted more people to become football coaches. So I was playing for the club Norrby IF in Borås. And the municipality basically paid me to also be a football coach for the youth in that club for a year. But then after I was done with that, I actually continued doing that for a couple of years. And technically it was like an unpaid job. But I still
I was about to say, like, but how much could you earn?
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, it was technically an unpaid job, but then like every year we would get like a little bit of money for like, I don't know. It was like, they called it like a gift, but it was like basically my salary for the year. It was like, if you done the calculations on it, it was probably the worst hourly pay ever, but I didn't do it for money. But I also, because of that job, I actually got to like work at several like summer camps and stuff where I actually got paid to work as a football coach. And it was really fun actually. I kind of miss it, to be honest. But then it was chaotic too. Have you ever, like, been in charge of a bunch of children at work ever?
No. I have a lot of cousins. And that's probably the closest I've been to a lot of being in charge of a lot of people.
I remember back in a couple years back. So I started off as an assistant coach while there were 2 head coaches and me and another assistant coach. We're 4 coaches altogether. And then one person, it like didn't work with his other work schedules. He kind of quit. And then my friend, who was also the assistant coach, who had done the program with the municipality with me, he quit after the municipality stopped paying us. So it ended up being me as the assistant coach and another woman who was head coach. And I remember at one point, it also like clashed a little bit with her work schedule. So sometimes I had to have the practice by myself. And one time I show up, she texts me, sorry, I'm gonna get off work late today. Can you do the practice without me? And I was like, yeah, for sure, absolutely. Do you know how many kids showed up that day?
I have no idea.
45. Like, can you imagine me like trying to keep an eye on 45 kids?
No.
Listen, like I swear to God, 10 of them were actually like working hard. They were really following my directions. There were another 10 who were just like messing with me. And then there were a whole bunch of them who were just like hitting each other with sticks. Like literally they would just like start a war. And I was like, I don't even know what to do. So yeah, it was chaotic at times too, but it was fun.
Kids need a leader, someone to look up to. And
and
they
I'm not that
obviously
person.
didn't have that one.
Have you ever had like a really stressful situation at work?
I've had plenty, but none of them are like funny stories. I think. No.
Only depressing stuff happens in recap.
That's actually true. It's like most of the time it's like an older man or woman that comes up and is really depressed about the prices have been raised, or that the due date of a certain product is about to end, and you don't know what to do about it.
Fair.
Because you can never make them happy, even though you get them a new one or.
I also.
But that's like 90% problems.
I also have a depressed elder story, actually. I used to work as a telemarketer for a while, too, while I was in high school. It's a job I recommend no one ever to do, honestly. It's super depressing. I remember calling an older man one time, and he didn't want to buy anything, but he was super happy he had someone to talk to. And I remember it just felt so sad. Like I think his wife had passed away or something, and he was super sad. So I remember just like genuinely starting to cry while I was taking that call and just talking to him. And then I got sent home from work because I was crying at work.
So what story did we learn from that? What lesson? Don't be nice to people. You get sent home, no pay.
Don't talk to old people. Like, just ignore them. Focus on selling. No, but on top of that, I've also I worked at Subway too for a short while.
How many places have you been?
Yeah, but I've been everywhere.
Yeah,
I'm basically just reciting my resume. Like I'm waiting for people to call me after this airs.
but
And just give me a job.
have you decided to quit, or have you gotten like kicked?
I've never been formally fired from any place. I'm not gonna say which place, but there's only one situation where it hasn't been like 100% voluntarily, but then it was still kind of voluntarily. So I worked at one place for a short while. I hated working there, and then I went on like a vacation to France for like a month. So I texted the boss. I was like, I'm going on vacation. These weeks I'll be gone, and he was like, yeah, okay, it's fine, whatever. But then when I got back, he kind of forgot about me. and I didn't want to take any work shifts, but I didn't have the balls to just quit. So I kind of just never texted him, oh, I'm back, I can take more work shifts. And because he forgot about me, he never texted me about work shifts. So I remember I was still in their like system for like a year after that. I could still like check the schedule and everything, but he just never gave me a work shift, and I was like, oh, perfect. So yeah, I was kind of like, it's weird because I don't think he liked me either. So I don't think like unless I texted him, he wouldn't want to like make me work either. But at the end of the day, I wasn't fired. It was more like, fuck, I just didn't want to work, and he didn't want to call me.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. But now I just work with like moving heavy furniture. I'm not gonna advertise the company I work at for free. But my boss, if you're watching, send some money and I'll and I'll take my shirt off and show how strong I am. I don't know.
How would that make them?
No, because
revenue?
then people would be like, oh, he's so strong and he carries furniture for a living. Oh, let's hire that dude. He will probably do it fast. Like I usually lift pianos on my back by myself. That's how strong I am.
I don't believe it. But will you be working there this summer? Because summer is coming up, and I know that a lot of our classmates, for example, are searching for summer jobs or internships.
I will be there all summer.
Yes, let's go.
And I'll be, yeah, probably. I don't know, I'll be gone for a while this summer too. I have a plan to go to France for a while. I got family there. Do you have any summer plans?
My summer plans will be working. I will be working from basically the day we have our last lecture to be 1 week before school starts again, and that 1 week I will be in Greece.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Honestly, I was about to say you need some time to like recoup, but also like 1 week in Greece is
That's not too bad.
enough to feel amazing for the next semester.
I hope so. Also, what's coming up is Valborg.
That is a fun thing.
And Valborg is a pretty big thing in Sweden generally.
Is Valborg like only a Swedish thing or is it an international thing?
To be honest, I have no idea.
Okay, fair. Because I think like the May 1st is like the Workers' Day in Sweden. For some reason, I don't know, some people protested or something a while ago and then they said, okay, you get off on May 1st, I guess. And
learn history and then you will know this story much better.
No, this is what it says in the history books. No, so basically some people protested and they were like, okay, you can get off on May 1st. And everyone was like, oh, that's amazing, that's good. And then because people in Sweden like to drink, we decided, oh, the day before we should probably get super drunk. So they created a new holiday called Valborg, which is the day before May 1st. And everyone just gets drunk. That's the entire story of that holiday.
But apparently, I've never been here at Jönköping University before, but apparently there's quite a lot happening at the university as well.
Yeah, so honestly, I'm probably not the right person to ask because I'm always kind of drunk on Valborg. But usually what happens is people go to the big park called Hälsoparken. And they sit there and they drink alcoholic beverages. And then there's like a sex camp. I don't even know how to explain that in English. But it's like, honestly, it also sounds wrong to say sex camp in English because it's like, it sounds like they're having sex. But basically there's a bunch of different like activities that the different associations compete in. And it's really fun to watch at least. Like it's like tug of war, and then they do something else, I think. I have no idea actually. I've totally forgotten what they do. But it's fun.
Patrik, remember one of the 6 competitions I guess they do? Or do they do even more?
Oh, I have no idea.
There's plenty of competitions apparently between the different schools
Yeah, I think it's different associations. I mean, like,
But it's not all the associations.
yeah, it's some of the association. I think it's the different schools, but then they also have like a couple more associations that are doing stuff.
Yeah, it's one more cult, I think.
Oh yeah. What are cult? Yeah, nobody knows.
Let's not get started on this now. We save that for another podcast.
That's fair.
So that is coming up. I have no plans for it yet, but I'm excited to go to this event. I think it will be really fun.
I actually got a couple friends from Borås who might be coming over to hang out with me that day. And I don't know if you know any of them.
Fellow Boråsians.
But maybe,
nice.
Yeah, you might know one or two of them, maybe. Whatever, we'll figure that out later.
Patrik forgets that Borås is also kind of a big city.
It's not.
But it's okay.
Like this is the thing, right? If you go to the nightclub in Borås, I love Borås.
We've already had this discussion.
Yeah, I know. But I need to point this out. If you go to the nightclub, the only good nightclub in Borås, everyone from Borås will know which one I mean. If you go there quite consistently, you will get to know everybody in our age after like a year tops.
At least everyone that goes out clubbing.
Yeah. Are there people who don't?
I've been to that club once.
Actually.
Next time I go to Borås, I'm taking you there.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have the night of your lives.
Let's go. And you will be joining us. Every single listener.
You know what? Actually,
even when all of Patrik's family will be joining us.
Honestly, my mom would have so much fun. I'm gonna take her clubbing with us. No, genuinely, should we do like a special episode, the nightclub episode, and I just take you with me to the best club in Borås?
Maybe.
Comment if you want it. Now we have arrived at today's game. And today we're gonna play 2 truths and 1 lie. Me against Hugo. It's a head-to-head. Do you feel confident?
No.
Do you want to know what this week's punishment is gonna be?
Tell me. Tell us.
So, whoever loses this one has to wear a shirt that the other person chooses when going to Aka the next time.
Mm.
And
So basically an outfit, but you have to have the over to
Yeah.
Aka, so the rest.
Technically you don't have to, but I'll be nice enough to let you stay with it.
Are you so confident? Oh.
No, I'm telling you, you don't want to lose this one, Hugo. I got some spicy stuff in my
Okay.
wardrobe for you.
And if it's a tie, I figured this out right now. We will send a question to Aris, and he will do a tiebreaker between us.
That's
Okay.
fair.
Is that fair?
That is fair.
I will start because I saw you typing your truths and lies before, and you were typing for a very long time, and mine are not that thought through. So I will start.
Go.
Okay. This is. I have such a bad poker face as well. Okay. I have never gone out in Gothenburg.
Okay.
And maybe I shouldn't say, but yes, I had like for the viewers at home, Gothenburg is like 40 minutes from Borås, so it's very close.
Okay, wait. I think you need to define going out. Is it at a bar or is it at a club? Or have you never been to either a bar or a club?
I haven't been either to a bar or a club
Okay.
in Gothenburg.
Okay.
Outside of the Nordic countries, there are only 2 other countries that I have visited.
Okay.
Okay, and the last one. There's a baby named after me, personally me.
I hate the fact that the last one is probably true. Like, what the fuck? Like, I need to meet the person who did this terrible decision, but the last one is probably true. You don't go out a lot. So, fuck, I'm trying to remember if I've ever, like, seen you with, like, vacation photos somewhere.
You should follow my socials.
I am following your socials, but I'm not fucking stalking you. Okay, I will be saying that the second one is a lie.
The second one.
I think you've been to Gothenburg somewhere at least once, and I do think that you've been to more than 2 countries outside of the Nordic countries.
So the lie you think is I've been to more than
Oh wait, what was the state? What was the second statement? Say it again.
outside of the Nordic countries. I've only visited 2 others.
Yeah, you say you've only visited 2 others. I think that's a lie. I think you've visited more than 2 other countries.
Okay. Is that your final answer?
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Loser. Of course, no one has named a baby after me. Why would they?
Man, I was so sure of that one. I was like, that was 100%. No, because I was like, you probably have some relative, like a sibling or like a cousin or something who was like, oh, I want to. I don't. Now that you say it out loud, it makes sense. It's stupid.
Yeah.
But it was just so weird. I was like, it must be true.
The funny thing is, when we were discussing the punishment, I was freaking out because I was like, oh man, I made it so obvious. And I thought that was the obvious one. But I actually thought you would pick the first one I said, that I have... the statement was that I've never been out in Gothenburg, because I actually haven't.
Yeah, okay, what the fuck? That's
I thought that you would say that because everyone in Borås is constantly going out in Gothenburg.
Yeah, that's wild. That is actually wild too. Okay.
Okay, let's
so
go.
I'm losing right now.
But I don't think I will get yours, actually.
Yeah, okay. So I'm not gonna lie, mine are kind of weird.
That's fine.
Okay, so number 1. I got lost while being drunk in Budapest, struggled to find the Airbnb, partied with a stranger and slept at that random dude's place, and somehow still ended up catching the right train with my friends the following day.
Mm-hmm. That sounds very possible.
Second, I once snuck into a football stadium in Pilsen, which is a city like an hour or 2 away from Prague. Mm-hmm. The day before FC Barcelona was supposed to be playing, and I was escorted out by a large group of guards.
Mm-hmm. Also possible.
And then, number 3, I once started flirting at the bar, but not only did I realize she was 17, but I simultaneously figured out that what I thought was her coworker sitting across the table was her mother.
Wait. Did you say that you're flirting with a 17-year-old?
No, I went up to talk to someone at the bar, which I want to point out like was 18 plus. But then while I was speaking to her, I realized she had snuck in anyway and she was younger.
And the mom was there as well. Also very possible.
I honestly, I was hoping you would say, yeah, none of these are true. Patrik is not an idiot. But,
all of these 3 sounds very much like Patrik. But I think I will go for the second option, the Barcelona game.
Okay. I will tell you that sadly you are 100% correct. That story was actually, I was actually there when my friend did it. But I did not sneak into the stadium, but my friend did, and he got escorted out real quick. He got one picture inside there, and then...
I know, the other 2 were, it was just too many details for it to be made up. It was too much going on.
I was hoping the second one would also be like detailed enough for you to be like, oh, what the fuck? Yeah, maybe it wasn't. Fuck. So I lost again.
TikTok dance coming up.
Yeah, like I think by the time you're watching this, my TikTok dance will probably be up. In a couple of weeks, you'll probably see a picture from my night out with a shirt that Hugo has.
I will vlog when I pick your outfit.
Fuck.
The viewers will see. I actually think this is it for this week's study break.
What do you think our listeners should focus on this week?
This week, I don't know, have fun.
And also, don't forget to follow us on our social medias. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Spotify. Leave a nice review. It would really mean the world to me. I would be really happy. And you don't want to see me sad.
All right. See ya.
Thank you for today's episode.
Bye.
Bye. You know what? This week, from the release of this episode up until, I don't know, a week from then, I will be sending personal thank you messages to everyone who... I'm just kidding. I'm lying. I'm not going to do it.
Wait, what? Why?
Never mind what I just was about to say. It was stupid.
Okay.
I'm gonna retake that one.